Hello guys, welcome to another Owl House video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Owl House Season 1 Episode 2, which is Before Wizards. The first episode left a bitter taste in my mouth, mainly because of, the main lesson. It sucks due to poor execution. Remember kids, you won't get punished for killing people with snakes, as long as you're just being yourself. Despite that, it's still a fun episode, filled with fun character introductions. That's why I like it. It got me immersed. However, I'm taking back my score. 7 is too high. It's a 6. Still fun. Hopefully this episode delivers a lesson the real way, and hopefully it's a good episode as well. Which is Before Wizards is the very first chapter of the Owl House to play the opening. It looks really damn good. I adore the FPS. Before that, we get to the introduction. One thing I will say, the introduction is astonishing. Luz wakes up after dreaming about yesterday. She's enthusiastic and excited knowing it wasn't a dream. Just look at how excited she is to become a witch. Look at how she gets even more excited when Idolin wakes up, hoping that she'll teach her about witchcraft, hoping that she'll help her achieve her dream. And then look at how shocked and disappointed she is. She looks disappointed to me after hearing Ida say this to her face.
Ugh. Who are you again?
Huh?
This introduction perfectly builds up the episode. It shows the audience what they are about to witness. Simple, yet marvelously well done. Also, to this day, that face makes me laugh. Then the opening plays. Oh look, 3 major characters that haven't been introduced yet, but we still get to see them in the opening and in the end credits. Well, at least we are 1 episode away from their official debuts. Yeah, literally after this chapter, we finally get to see them. I can't believe I used to think that this music sounds similar to another. Like, what? Cyrus, what were you thinking? They sound nothing like each other, I think. Luz wants to get started in Witchcraft 101 and earn her magical staff. Ida explains that becoming a witch doesn't happen overnight. It takes some time. You know what else takes some time? Getting over hentai. Usually witches are given their own staffs from school. Since Luz is not an official witch student, she will be taking a different approach. She is going to work for it while Ida teaches. Or should I say, manages her? All she tells her to do to become a witch is work. She's not a teacher, she's a boss. Same thing. She offers human artifacts only on weekends, but mostly potions like snake oil. Snake oil is a term used to describe any healthcare products that are scams. An obvious joke about her being a scammer. Considering that she lives in a magical realm where anything you can think of in your imagination is present here, that might as well be literal snake oil.
No one wants an unoiled snake.
Luz will be traveling to Bonesborough to deliver the potions alongside King. As they go to the last client, they discover a castle with a wizard inside. Castle with a wizard inside. That should be a term for sketchy call centers or sketchy buildings, because that's exactly what they walked into. A scam in a building. I just invented a new term. Give me $1 billion, please. Anyway, they go inside the castle and meet a wizard called Adegast. Did I say that right? Adegast. He offers Luz a quest and a map that tells a prophecy about a young girl destined to defeat evil while using the celestial staff, a magical staff that can only be wielded by the chosen one, which is Luz. Idolin says it's bollocks, because if there was a lake of the celestial staff, she would have stolen it ages ago. Speaking of ages. Luz got trapped on a desert until she found an oasis. Luz, as the chosen one, is able to see the path. I have to admit, for a scam, this is impressive manipulation. Kinda reminds me of this one time back then. I got hacked by a scammer who said he would offer me money if I promote his product. How could I say no? The money offer sounds legit. The grammar is better than mine, but then I remembered he left a link. Never click links. This is a much better scam. It does a great job hiding its true colors. I'm not trying to glorify scams here. I'm just saying this is a pretty impressive scam. But seriously, don't scam people, okay? So Luz goes on a fake journey. Along the way, she comes across a fake village. There, she meets the teen prince of Angstmore. What's his name?
Nevereth Blade Strife.
Nevereth Blade Strife? More like Never Get Laid Strife.
Emotional, damn it!
Yes, I did make the right choice.
I bet you all my life savings. She was trying to hold in her laughter. These guys went out to find Luz. They go to the castle where Luz and King met the wizard and found a lot of copies of the scam.
I really don't like this.
Why does her left eyeball look like it can be taken off like a sticker? During Luz's fake mythical quest, she is challenged to solve a riddle.
So tell me, my dear, what is my name?
As her journey comes to an end, she finally found the celestial staff and rightfully earned her salvation.
Not!
By the way, this animation is so majestic. So these two are directly going into the trap to rescue Luz.
If you can think of a better plan, I'd love to hear it.
A better plan, eh? Well, if you can somehow perform time-traveling magic, that would be cool. Can anyone in this world do time-traveling magic? I sincerely hope not. I cannot imagine this show ruining itself with time traveling. Ever since I watched Miraculous Lady Slag, I never ever want to trust this genre ever again. This cartoon officially ruined time traveling for me. I still love this movie though. Anywho, the true form of Adagest is revealed to be an octopus. Honestly, I'm so glad that this guy is a fake. I just cannot imagine anyone, even a fictional character, having a name like
Nevereth Blade Strife.
This Japanese monster is after Ida because she's been stealing his customers away from him by doing her business, which is selling potions. So this guy is a hardcore red ocean strategist? Guy.
And you lured her right into my trap.
How the hell did he say trap without having lips? This guy is awesome! Ida and King arrive to save Luz. Luz gets hypnotized into thinking that she's in paradise.
Why would you want to live in a world where people laugh at you?
Look who's talking. After Luz snaps out of it, she frees Ida and King. For the first time ever, we get to see the gang fight side by side. Without King, sadly.
Ah, my flawless pecs!
Oh, shut up, never get laid, Strife. I'm so glad he's dead. He was never alive to begin with. Luz defeated the Japanese monster and Idolin eats it, making sure he will never be a bother again. Suddenly, Luz has mixed feelings about the Boiling Isles, saying it is nothing she thought it would be. She's probably thinking of quitting, but to make her feel better, Idolin takes her to an incredibly beautiful view of the Boiling Isles, telling her that it can be gross, but also beautiful if you look at it from a different perspective. Luz wonders how Ida knew the wizard was lying. She said we all love to believe that we are chosen, but if we simply wait for a prophecy, we die waiting. That's why we need to choose our own path ourselves. It's better that way. It's a common feeling to believe that we are special, that somehow we have been chosen for great things. It's common for religious and spiritual people. As a Christian myself, I think I am chosen by God to live a fulfilling life, like everyone else. I don't think I'm special, because everyone is. To all of those religious people out there, including non-religious people, here's my personal recommendation in living life. You do have a purpose to exist. It's up to you to find that out. Don't wait around for a prophecy or a special occasion to tell you that, since life itself is a special occasion, filled with unexpected events whether we expect them or not. It is important to come to terms with the fact that our lives are largely determined by random chance and circumstances, beyond our control. Of course, this doesn't mean we can't make a difference or find fulfillment in our lives. It just means we shouldn't be too dependent on the idea of being chosen. Instead, let's focus on creating our own paths and making the most of the chances we do have. Therefore, decide for yourself now. Or don't decide yet if you're too young. But if you're a teenager like Luz, I think now is the time to choose your destiny. Just don't forget about your moral compass, if you have one. Also, ask for help if necessary, because it can be overwhelming to choose your own destiny at times. Trust me when I say the reward is worth it, as you build a life that feels authentic and meaningful for you, even though it's unplanned. After all, sometimes it's the unplanned that lead us to unexpected greatness. Keep in mind, I said sometimes. In my opinion, that's not the only lesson you can learn here. In my own interpretation, the main theme of this episode is expectations versus reality. I mean, think about it. In the introduction, which is absolutely perfect, when Ida said this to Luz's face,
Ugh. Who are you again?
you can tell that Luz was expecting something else to happen, but it didn't. From there, she continues to experience it. Like, she thought that's a witch hat, but it's not. It's a traffic cone that is as dusty as my own bedroom. But Luz's biggest expectation that got crushed by reality is her predetermined path, her reason for coming to this world, her chosen one mindset. It does make rational sense for her to think like that, not only because of the impressively manipulative scam, but also because of who she is and where she is right now. She's an optimistic, confident, naive teen who got transported to a different realm where she is literally the only human there. She's bound to think she's very special. She's bound to believe she is meant to be the chosen one, like her favorite character, Azora. Luz's naive confidence made her give in to her own fantasy world, eventually getting lost. She got so lost, she faced believable consequences. Not Mary Sue. After going through all of that, after counter-attacking the Japanese monster, Luz became pregnant and gave birth to her baby. She named her Character Development Noseda. Without a doubt, that's the best part of this episode. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I could not help but be moved by her journey, because it was executed so simply yet so well, and I personally have been there myself. We've all been there. Not the pregnancy, but expectations versus reality. Imagining what a situation or experience will be like, only to find upon actual arrival that it's not quite as we expected. These EVR moments can take on various levels of disappointment. Perhaps the issue stems from unrealistic ideals we set for ourselves, or external pressures we place on situations situations to meet certain standards. It's easy to fall into the trap of getting carried away with our assumptions, but the best approach is to try and manage expectations in a realistic manner by acknowledging that things may not always go as planned and being open-minded towards unexpected outcomes. We can appreciate circumstances for what they are instead of feeling bitter about unmet expectations. To summarize, choose your own path wisely. Never ever forget to be realistic. But what is realistic at this point? The other great thing about this episode is that it begins to establish the dynamic between Luz and King. Character dynamics refer to the relationships and interactions between different characters in the story, whether it's a romantic relationship, a rivalry, or in this case, a friendship. Character dynamics provide the essential framework and emotional weight that brings the narrative alive. This episode does exactly that when Luz and King deliver the potions together. It's filled with cute interactions and conversations. I'm hoping to see more dynamics from other characters. I just know that this show will be filled with amazing friendships and relationships that I will eventually end up caring about so much until the day I stop breathing. It's no surprise that this episode surpasses the pilot. Or maybe it's an expansion of the pilot. The first episode introduces the world and the characters, while this episode further introduces the world and the characters, especially Luz. In the pilot, she was naive. The following chapter fleshes out her naivete, which led her into a trap. But after breaking free from it, she grew from her naivete, willing to achieve her dreams the hard way. The hard and real way. That's what she said. So I guess you can say this episode is an expansion of the pilot. It's an upgrade. Am I even making any sense here? Either way, it's a fantastic episode, and I love it. It is an amazing example of well-crafted storytelling. From the way they destroy cliché tropes to the clever character development, Witches Before Wizards is definitely something I'll be remembering for a long time as I continue to watch the show. It has laid the groundwork for even more exciting episodes to come, and is sure to have me coming back for more. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It really sucks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really means a lot. You guys are the best. Stay cool and stay safe.
Oh, beautiful sunset. Every time you leave me, I feel like this.